Hi, beautiful people. Welcome to the Fort Salem Library, where we read you your fanfiction. So sit down or don't, relax or don't, and enjoy these stories in a way you have not before. We at Fort Salem Library do not own Motherland Fort Salem or any of the related characters. The Motherland Fort Salem series is created by Elliot Lawrence and owned by Freeform. This story is a work of fanfiction and is meant for entertainment only. We are not making any profit from these stories. All rights of the original Motherland Fort Salem story belong to Freeform. We also do not own Until Morning or any of its original characters and storylines. We did, however, get permission from the author to read their story. This story was created and written by JordanUnbroken, and you can find the link on our show notes. This story is being read to you by me, Britt. Until Morning, Chapter 21, A Night in the Woods. Scylla laid looking at the ceiling of the tent she shared with Rael. Stars flittering through the mesh canopy. Their friends' tent were nearby, quiet with the night. She rolled over and looked at her sleeping fiancé. 6 months ago, she would have been lying in the dark of her cold apartment. Now, there's a woman she loved, who loved her back. Rael was snuggled into her side, their 2 sleeping bags zipped together so they could both fit. The engagement was quick, Scylla knew. Her friends, though loving, gave her shocked looks and worried warnings when she showed them the ring she bought. Yet, when Rael asked her to move in, she knew she wanted more. She wanted everything with Rael, and Scylla wanted to give Rael everything. As Rael said at the cemetery, their relationship would never be perfect. Traumas and daily struggles will always be there. Scylla needing space and Rael needing reassurance. Scylla gazed upon Rael sleeping, her soft breaths rising and falling in time with the nighttime sounds of the forest. Their shared history was now just part of the complex tapestry of their life together. Guilt and anger that had been carried for a decade dissolved. The love, passion, and respect they found in each other now replaced any lingering doubts. Scylla brushed Rael's hair out of her face and felt content with her heart's chosen resting place. Willa and Edwin couldn't replace her family, but being welcomed into theirs filled a void long held empty. Something locked into place for Scylla the day her and Rael told them about the engagement. The lost little girl finally coming home. Scylla knew that the callers felt the same about her, a missing piece that they didn't know they needed. Scylla loved sharing pieces of her mother with Willa, spending time in the kitchen making recipes for their small family. Edwin's support was always present. Though usually quiet, he pulled her aside and thanked her for making his little girl so happy. How Scylla would always have a place with them, hugging her so tightly that any remaining loneliness was quelled. They had built a new family together, though she still missed those who could not see her so blissful in the life she found. Scylla's life before Rael was simple and small, kept that way on purpose. She had spent so long trying not to lose anything else that she hadn't built anything that would hurt her if lost. Scylla knew how devastated she would be if she lost the people in her life now. Since Rael's accident, she grew her friendship with Anacostia and Abigail, formerly companions she kept at a distance, now the people she turned to most. Scylla found in Tally their mutual love for Rael, but with the impending wedding also found a sister. Adil and Em, also joining their mixed bag family, were welcome additions. Scylla knew she would be devastated, yes. That's the cost of loving, the grief that comes with loss. A measure of how much and how well we loved. For now, her family lies sleeping in the woods. Parents awaited back home to hear how their trip went. And Rael would regale them with their tales of their time spent under the stars. Scylla felt the pull of sleep once more and turned to wrap her arms around her love, the woman she saved, who saved her right back. The both of them quietly breathing in the soft air on a warm night. Please find the fanfiction you just listened to on Archive of Our Own and leave the author some love. Without them, this wouldn't be possible, and we want to thank them from the bottoms of our hearts for creating these amazing stories and keeping the show alive.